Alana, good morning. Are you here? Joshua, hope to see you. If I'm still up, it's a bit after 2:30, so I've got a half hour. I hope you're not as stuffy. I felt bad for you, and I appreciate you listening to me yesterday. Oh, Joshua, you're so sweet. Good morning, Megan. How are you? I am a lot less stuffy. We should continue that. All right. Hi, Chu. Good morning. Hi, Gray Man. It's good to see you. No, I have allergies that bring on asthma, and but I'm very close. I'm supposed to get my medication Tuesday. I'm super excited. How are you, Gray Man? Hi, Anthony. Good morning to you too. Oh, nuts. Gray Man says my insomnia got better, but once in a while I sleep late. I'm glad that it got better for you. Sleep is so stinking important to your mental health. It really is. Hi, Lee. You're doing okay this end? Good, 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 good. I'm so glad to hear that, Lee. What is today? Today's Saturday. So tomorrow you go live? It's good to see you, Lee. Megan, what do you have planned today, my friend? Grayman says, yes, my mental health wasn't good. Now it's better. Yeah, I've been there. Just staying up all the time. Not for any reason, but well, there was a boy involved. Of course, I stayed up all the time. And I went to overnights. I went to working overnights and messed up my whole sleep schedule. And yeah, I think my mental health really suffered. Megan says, yes, I will be doing something if the weather holds out. Grayman says, just a little bit of insomnia, but still, but better. That's it. Just focus on the good part of it, you know. You'll get more of the good if that's what you're focusing on. Lee says, thank you, Kat. I seen title, so I thought I'm awake, so I wanted to pop in my redheaded brother. I love you so much. Thank you, Lee. Alana says, I'm here. Yay. Hi, Alana. Megan says, where's Jack? Is he on your bed? No. He's sitting on the floor. I think I don't want to say his belly's bothering him, but it might be. Hi, Paul. Good morning, Paul. Hi, Nick Rao. Big Deborah, man. I thought she was gone, but apparently not. She's always watching. Lee says, good morning, Paul. Paul's added some more art to his channel. I really love that figure. Oh my gosh. It reminds me of some of your other art. Just so freaking awesome, Paul. Where's Jack? Do you want to see Jack? He's just not doing much. I mean, Debbie peeking in the window is so much more interesting, but there he is. Just being a little pitiful this morning. He's been outside like 4 times. Grayman says, I actually slept early on Thursday, woke up Friday at 4 a.m., and now it's Saturday at 12 a.m. You're welcome, Paul. You deserve so much accolades for your work. It's amazing. And gosh, I wish I could do that. Wow. Wow. Hi, Bubba. You want to get on your bed? Jack has been eating a lot. I'm telling you, he's starting to fill out a bit. He doesn't look like it to you. I wonder if the camera takes off. Wait for a dog. Wouldn't that be funny? He's starting to, like I said, he's just eating a lot. Yes, I had to start making his meals smaller because he's just been chowing them down too fast. Oh, Bubba. Oh, the butt. There you go. I got the butt. There it is. What do you think we as humans have on our bodies that, well, never mind. That could be just wrong. Grayman says, I should be going. I don't want to be up till 1 a.m. Well, then you better go, my friend. Thank you for stopping by. Grayman, I always think fondly of you because we had that really great night or morning. I'm not sure. And we got the song out of it, and it was just such a great time. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And sweet dreams. You coming? What do you think? Maybe I can get him up with a snack. What do you think? Jack? Crafton says, no, tell us. Well, the answer became obvious to me as I was asking the question. But I was wondering what we have that feels so good like Jack has on his behind. And the answer automatically came to me, and I was like, no, because Marvin is around the corner. I know he is. Snacks. Let's get Jack a snack. What do you think? Will you get up on the bed? All right. How about you go sit on the bed, buddy? Will that work for you? Paul says Big Deborah is a peeper. Yes, she always has been. There we go, Jackie. You never caught on, Paul, when I kept saying, little Debbie likes to watch. I mean, Big Deborah likes to watch. Cat's got to watch it. What do you think, Jack? What is up with I wonder if my lens is dirty. I didn't check it today. This is poop. What is wrong with you? Stop it. Grayman says, okay, bye. Bye, my friend. I hope you have a really good day when you wake up. Yes, Big Deborah. Oh, crap. This is what we were talking about, of her being a peeper. She never really goes away. Oh, you can see my TV. That's a bit in the way. But anyways. Yep. Alana says, my little brother is getting so big. OMG. He's crawling now. No way. Is he even a week old? That's crazy. Cryptid says, I love Big Deborah. I love her too, but you know, she's not good for me. She's so toxic. You know what? It got so warm in the house last night. We had fans on. Get up there, buddy. There you go. Yes, we had fans on and we turned the heat way down. Starting to warm up, finally. Good boy. Why don't you sit down now? That's a good spot to settle down. He's doing the army crawl thing. Okay. Oh, still. You're right, growing so fast. Correct. This is just because my niece, I think she's 7 months and she doesn't crawl yet. You know, all babies are different. They surely are. And every once in a while you'll get one that just is very advanced. I think I was very, very normal. Well, I was a big baby though. All right. I was 9 pounds, 9 ounces when I was 4. Who's got me beat? Correct. It says, you said, wait a minute. Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure. I don't even remember what age crawling came. I know walking started at like 9 months and up. It, was the beginnings of it. Paul says 9 pounds, 6 ounces. Oh no, somebody's got to have me beat. Don't make me be the big baby. I am the big baby. Curtis says, I never crawled. I used the army crawl everywhere and then went to walking. Megan says, I think 7 pounds, 6 here. Aw, you are right, nice in the middle kind of weight baby. I don't know if I could even remember how big my kids were. Smaller. Alana says, is that your profile photo? My brother is chunky. I'll have to check that out. Why did that get held? Ooh. Let's look at it, Alana. Alana, I love that you do barrel racing. That is you, right? Oh, how cute. Oh my gosh, he's adorable. How old is he? He's older than I thought. My friend Lee at Magnetic North Adventures says, hello, Alana. Lee, she's a barrel racer and got all sorts of horses, just all sorts of animals, man. She is amazing. Paul says I thought she raced horses. I know she barrel races. I don't know if she races horses in another way. I'm sure there's a lot I don't know about this lovely little friend of ours. That I got so lucky. I got so lucky when all of you came in. And oh, by the way, William Hart, if you're in the background, I've been thinking about you. Yama girl, hello. Okay, he's 7 months. That makes a lot of sense, Alana. You know what? We have another friend who came in and said, her sister was pregnant, her mom was pregnant, and then she was pregnant. So I probably got that a little confused with your baby brother. He's adorable. My gosh. That face in your profile photo, so cute. She shows horses and does barrel racing. Lisa's Jack, why the side eye? Because I'm tired. Oh, do you want the snacks? Is that what it is? Hi, Nikki. How are you? So what are you getting up to? How is everything going with you with physical therapy? More? One more? Because you're a sweet boy. All right, that's 2 now. You're done. He was side-eyeing the snacks. I think that might have been what it was. Paul says Jack enjoys his breakfast in bed. He wishes. That's just a snack. Oh, I said the word. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. See, I was going to get close, and Jack, he knows exactly what to do. He's a smart boy. Hey, all right, good job. Leave it alone now. Thank you. Mm-hmm. No, sir. Thank you. Uh-uh. Why do you want to do all that right now, sir? Okay, thank you. What a good boy you are. Jack, you are such a good boy. You really are. What a good boy. I love him so much. You're so untrusting. What are you doing? Mickey says great. And my happy therapy is Jack when I am here. I prefer to forget all my worries. Jack and you are like my best people. Just like lovely Lydia and who is Kaka? I don't know. Lydia and Minnie. I agree. Thank you, Mickey. I feel the same way about you guys. Alana says, I will be doing a horse show on April 1st. Really? That's really exciting, Alana. I will probably post a video. I don't know. I wish you would. Oh my gosh, it reminds me so much of my brothers when they were into barrel racing so many years ago. Yeah, it was really exciting to watch you. It doesn't hurt that you're a beautiful girl either. Yama Girl is smiling, and Lee says, best luck at the show, for sure. Coffee Cake, hi, how are you? I've been seeing you a lot lately. How are you doing? Jack, finally. He's been up and wanting out since 1:45 this morning, so it's nice for me to see him settle, even though this is all you ever see him do. Lee says, hi, Coffee Cake. And she got her coffee. We should change this to all chat. That would help. Oh, Coffee Cake. How much did you weigh when you were born? Coffee Cake says, I'm okay. How are you, Kat? I'm surprisingly good today. I've been having a little more asthma attacks, but they're light, mild, and easily controlled. And my nose has unstuffed, which is amazing. Mickey says, please share the website if Jack participates in the dog show. Yeah, no, Jack won't participate. Please post as well on your post as well on your community page. Yeah, share everywhere, Alana. You think your mom said 8 pounds? I'm looking for somebody to beat me. Lee says, I have to go now. Have a good day, everyone. You too, Lee. Be careful. And I love you, my friend. Paul says, bye, Lee. Coffee Cake says, oh, yeah. The air seems rough. I'm not sure what it is. I'm just so glad to have some of the pressure off my nose and my sinuses. Yes, I'll see you soon, Lee. Yama Girl is laughing. El Panina? I don't know if that's right. I don't even know what that means. What kind of dog? That's Jack is an Irish setter. Coffee Cake says my kids were 8.5 and 9. I still got them beat. You're going mining today. Awesome. I know we're going to get some video out of that. That's very cool. Have a good time, Lee. Jed says, hi, Cat. I know when you're doing your thing, you're having a good time. It's very obviously. Jed says, hi, Cat and everyone. Hi, Alana. Paul says, I like to get back to my original weight. And you're laughing. Oh, your baby weight? You know, women say pre-baby weight. Paul says his baby weight. Were they very good? Yes. We're going to keep putting it out there. Tractor Supply. Jack would love to be sponsored. Wouldn't you? You love their food. You really love their snacks. Yeah, snacks. Coffee Cake says, how long were you? My kids were 24 and 26. You know, I don't know how long. But my mom did give me my baby books before she died, so I could look it up. I never pay attention to that. Is that pretty long? It sounds pretty long, Coffee Cake. Hi, Mask. Jack says thank you. Be easy on it, Jack. You can chew on your monkey. All right. Let's do this. I'm working on my poll. Yama girl, thank you for those pretty colored hearts. They look like peaches. They look like the peaches that represent a butt. You're not sure what's pretty average? I just can't remember. If only Jack had fingers. It's the thumbs. If only I had thumbs. Bacon strips, bacon strips. Frustrating. It's so frustrating, huh? He does really want his treats. Easy. Be easy on it, buddy. Field Maniac. Hi, Field Maniac. He says little whippersnappers going to town. He's being cute. Kita B, he's up late tonight, and hello, Kita B, I feel like I've seen your name around. The look, LOL, he said open it, he did. He did give me a look for sure. Jack is, I looked it up yesterday, because I don't know, are Irish setters known for having side eye? Because Jack is a master of the side eye. This is really good, Jack. We're going to have to put it in a new bag, I bet. There you go. I feel like I'm teaching him some bad manners here. Ew, it's so gross. All right, last one. That's 3 now. That's enough. Stinker. You're a stinker, buddy. Jed at Poet For You says, I made homemade mac and cheese with Taco Bell. Huh, taco blend cheese. Oh, sounds yummy. Kita B says, yes, it's me. Remember my puffs, LOL. Yama girl sends the loving cat emoji, Jackie. I don't remember. Kita B, I feel like I've seen you over at Yogi's or something. Or somewhere out on those YouTube streets. Kita B says major side eye. I know. Just says I got work, so you're not staying long. Okay, how was work yesterday? Jack, you're the best dog ever. Okay, 4 to 6 pounds. And then we're going to do don't look. It was slow, Jen. Field maniac. Oh my gosh. So funny. Have I ever lived without a dog? Yeah, I had cats for a while, but I was really young and had a really busy social life. How about you? Do you have a dog now, and have you always had dogs? It's funny because I was going through this week. Um, just when I took Jack to the groomer this week, just for a bath and toenails. But anyways, when I took Jack for his bath, and I had all this free time, and I'm not working, and I don't have anything going on, and I just really felt the loneliness of not having Jack. So I probably will always have a dog in my life. Tom says, does this dog even? No. Nope, Jack doesn't watch the news, right, baby? There's nothing good that comes of it. Doesn't make us feel good. Mm-hmm. Field Maniac says, my pooch died in July, and I adopted another but couldn't handle it. So get going on 6 months. I see. Mm-hmm. Was it a bigger dog, or was it just a general taking care of a dog? Tom says ignorance is bliss. That's absolutely correct. And if I can't send it loving energy, I don't want to add my worry to all the energy that's going on there. It's not helpful. Kita B says, oh, I wonder what he's thinking. I'm thinking, wish mom would give me another snack. Hey, Other Dragon, how are you, my friend? It's good to see you. Carl Shell, good morning, my friend. Field Maniac says, me Pooch was a dog's pincher mix, 22 pounds of terror. I miss him, but I am okay now. Aw, yeah. What about a cat? How do you feel about cats? Not too much responsibility, just a little bit of love when you need it. Maybe a sleeping partner. That's up to you. The Other Dragon says, I was just talking to my friend about politics, but now that I'm here, it's all good. Aw, yay. Carl says, I was live again yesterday. I saw after you were already done, Carl. I was sleeping in the afternoon. I think I was doing some healing, so I'm really sorry I missed your live again. That's at least 2 in a row now, Carl, huh? You're going to have to fire me. Field Maniac says, you only bond with dogs. Aw. Hi, Rosie. I was so glad to see you last night. I was already saying goodbye when I saw you, but I was glad to see you. Paul says, oh, positive vibes. You know, at the same time, I do believe, and this is new, I do believe it's important to feel your feelings, no matter what they are. Yes, always look towards the sunshine and the best things that are in your life, but if you're feeling something, go ahead and just feel it instead of storing it in your body. Keena B says, I'm kind of scared of cats. You know, that's pretty smart. The other dragon says, why are you always up so late? It's early. It's early morning for me. I'll be going back to work in 2 to 3 weeks, and this will be the time I'm getting ready for work. So I really won't have as much time to talk to you. I'll be sitting over here. I'll have the camera probably set up like this, probably a little higher. And yeah, I'll be over there in the corner putting my makeup on. So I'm glad I get to spend a little more personal time with you guys right now. Yep, everybody's so happy to see Miss Rosie this morning. So it's late for you, Dragon. Why are you always up so late? I'm glad you are. Aw, other Dragon says, I'm glad I got to spend the time talking to you. Me too. Jed says, I watched almost all your shorts videos, Rosie, and I'm in bed because I have work later this morning. Aw. Field Maniac says, cats are almost too regal of creatures to be bothered by my shenanigans. I admire them from below their perch. I agree. That's what I love about cats. I can relate. I don't think it's an accident that my first name is Catherine and I go by Cat for short. And I don't think it's an accident that my middle name, if you put my middle name backwards, the word cat is in there also. But I'm learning to be much nicer and much more caring. But I can just remember and relate. Rosie says, how long until Yogi goes live? I need breath work if he has time. You know he'll always have time. How long? Let me see what time it is. It's only 3:35 a.m., so 4:45, 5:25, almost 2 hours. You could probably take a nap, set an alarm, and get back up if you can sleep. If you need breath work, you could always look at one of his shorts with breath work. Dragon Nut says, are you okay, Rosie? Dragon says, oh, it's because I'm drinking the devil's poison and I want my problems to go away. Oh, my friend. They're never going to go away like that, but you already know that. Kita B says, LOL. And Jed says, I ordered the supplies for my clay project, the pot of gold. That's awesome. He not be. Let me see, what did she say? Oh. Nope. Kita B, see, I'm moody like a cat. That's why they scared me. LOL. Oh, yeah, I get it. I think I missed something in there. Sorry, guys. Field Maniac says, I say your channel is dog therapy for me, and I thank you. Oh, thank you for saying that. Thank you. You know, it makes getting up in the morning when I don't want to get out of bed worth it. Because sometimes I feel like I don't make a difference, and I do want to help people, even if it's just by hanging out with you, which is all I can offer at this point. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Field Maniac. Hi, Swan Song. Swan Song says Jack is so sweet when he's sleeping. Well, he's sweet all the time, though. Most of the time. Yesterday, he was sleeping like this, and I got a hold of one of his paws and was just gently cutting some of the hair on his feet. And he got up and he growled and acted like he was going to bite me. Oh, ridiculous. He doesn't bite me. He's very scared about his feet for some reason. The other dragon says, it will go away as long as I forget. But I love you and Jack being yourself. Thank you, other dragon. Rosie says, no, I'll wait. I need it. Okay, my friend. Kitty says, all you always make a positive difference. Thank you for that. Yeah, Paul's is praying for you, Rosie. Rosie's so sweet, and she just takes on so much that's not necessary. If Rosie knew who she really was. Oh, I think I had a job there. I forgot. Got all distracted. The rebel lady. You like Irish setters? She says, oh my God, one of my fave kinds of dogs. Rosie says, thank you, Paul. JJ says, Cat, don't scratch Jack. He might bite back. He might. Paul says, we all struggle at some point with knowing who we are. That's true. I think most of us do. We forget who we are. Kita B says, referring to your poll, my son was 9 pounds, 6 ounces when he was born. I still haven't got anybody to be a bigger baby than me. I was 9 pounds, 9 ounces. Oh, one of mine was 6 pounds, 19 ounces. Nope, that doesn't make sense. 6 pounds, 9 ounces. And the other one was 7 pounds, maybe 3 ounces. All of a sudden, it just came back to me. They were smaller babies, but not tiny. Swan Song says, how does Jack handle getting his nails clipped? He doesn't. Not for me, at least. I have to have a groomer come in for my dogs to do it, but it's been almost a year because the normal groomer retired. Oh my gosh, that is such a problem, and that's kind of what I'm going through now. His normal groomer, her name is Kimmy, and I love her so much, and I worked with her for over a year, so I know her. I know how she is with the animals, and she takes a real no-nonsense approach. Like, Jack really respects her, and she can tell him to knock it off, and he will. Most dogs will. So she's out. She had surgery, so she's out right now. So we have replacements. There is no replacement for Kimmy, right, Jack? Jack really loves Kimmy too, don't you? Where is she? We miss her. That's a tough one, trying to find a really good groomer, because you never know how they truly are with animals unless you're able to spend some really serious time with them. The rebel lady says, yes, I fell in love with them when I seen a hunting painting of them. Oh, I think I know that, where they're duck hunting. Or is it pheasants? I know the scene. It's out in the meadow with the hunter. Field Maniac says that dog has the same expression in his eyebrows as Sam Elliott. I know who Sam Elliott is. Not many people would, I don't think. The rebel lady says I weighed 14. I had the biggest head. 14 pounds? Really? Finally, somebody beat me. You beat me big, too. My goodness. Were you a C-section? Paul says, what's the largest baby ever born? I wonder if the rebel lady has it. Kita B says, what? 14? No way. The rebel lady says, and I like Japanese. You like Japanese, or are you Japanese? Paul says 14? Is this pounds? Kita B says, my son had a big head too, LOL. I think all women probably say that if they had a normal delivery. Jack! All babies' heads are big. That's why they shrink. Jackie Poo, stop! You know how many sheets he's busted up doing that? No, no. Rude. Don't do it. Don't. See how well he listens to me, right? There you go. My goodness. The rebel lady says, yep, I was 14 pounds. Oh, Jed says, I'll pray for you too, Rosie. Oh, no. Oh, rebel lady. My dog, your dog's daughter or your daughter's dog died 3 weeks ago in my arms. Whatever it was. That's terrible. I'm so sorry. Carl says, enjoy your day, everyone. You too, Carl. Do you think you'll go live today? I will do my best if you do. Jed says, I can't wait for my supplies to get in to work on my Patrick's Day, St. Patrick's Day project. It sounds exciting. Frenchie says, midnight mash of the like button. Thank you, Frenchie. Peace. Hello. Oh my gosh. Field Maniac. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wow. This channel has made me, drip a tear. My gratitude. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Wow. We are so appreciative. Oh. Swan Song says, I was only 2.5 pounds as a baby. My dad said they brought doll clothes for me when I finally got, I bet. Wow, that is tiny. Isn't that amazing? Like back in my day, not my day, maybe my parents' day, if a baby was born that little, they probably didn't make it. Rebel Lady says, no, my mom slapped the heck out of the doctor when I came out. He told my dad to never bring my mom back again. Guinness Book says 22 pounds. Wow. Wow, Paul. Frenchie says, Jackie trying to build a nest. Is that what he was doing? Hi, cute noob. Does dyed red hair count? Sure. Welcome, my friend. You're like a stepsister. How's that? Because see, we're always the redheaded stepchild. So, oh my goodness, Cat, you're so funny. Rebel Lady says, oops, my typing is bad. My typing's terrible. I called her my dog daughter. Was it your daughter's dog? And I hate laughing about it. Jed says, you're very welcome, Rosie. Better get some sleep, though. Yes, you should, Jed. I hope you have a really good day at work. What's today, the 1st? It might be busy for you. Is today the 1st? It's not, right? Tomorrow's the 1st. Tell me, which day should I go to the grocery store? Today or not for a week? Tracy Manu, hello, my friend. It's always a pleasure when you show up. Hi, beautiful. How are you? Oh, hey, Jack. No gold digging, no diamond digging. How are you, Tracy? Doctor Who, what, where? Hello, guys. Good morning. Good morning to you. Hi, Chef Mary. Rebel Lady says, I love babies and baby animals. Me too. I once tried to figure out how I could have a farm where it only had baby animals, which means I would have to just sell babies or sell animals, which might be hard. He says, I was born a pain, been one ever since. Aw. Swan Song says, yeah, I was born almost 50 years ago. So much has changed medically and otherwise. Yes. We're good, Chef Mary. How are you? Oh, the Rebel Lady says, my parents quit after me. I can imagine. Doctor Who, what, where says, my mother didn't breastfeed me. She said she only wanted to be friends. Oh no. Oh no. The rebel lady says, I have no kids and not married. Well, I'm sure your mother left some big impressions on you, rebel lady. I know my mom did. Jed says the 28th. Okay, thank you. So it is the last day of the month. So weird, right? Rebel lady says, I'm 59, never even had a boyfriend. Wow. Sounds like somebody I know. Rosie says, good night, Jed. Chef Mary. Hello, my friend. Rebel lady says, I used to weigh 245. Now I'm 100. Wow. Wow, congratulations. Jed says, thanks, Rosie. I love you and miss you. Oh, we all love her and miss her. Yeah, Jed says, love everyone. We love you too. Thank you for the love, Chef Mary and Kita B. Rebel lady says, I thought if I lost weight, learned makeup, and dressed nice, a man would want me. But oh well, you know what? We were just talking about people just not knowing their value. And I love you, Rebel Lady, and I hope you find something that brings you peace and love and joy, even if it's just a red-headed dog. Chef Mary says, Poet, love you too, and I am good, and sending lots of love. Thank you. Yeah, I think Paul's saying hello to Chef Mary, unless I missed something. Tracy Manu says, I'm all good. Behave. Always nice to see you. Enjoy the weekend. And cheers, Jack. You too. You have a great weekend. This is Saturday, so it's Saturday evening for you already. Hey, have a safe night. Have lots of fun. Oh, Rosie says, love you more, Jen. The rebel lady says say you want to go back to college, but you don't have a car. Is that what you're saying? Frenchie says, perfect view of Jackie boy. It's not terrible. At least he's not moving or all around, so I had to chase him. The rebel lady says, but the universe will bless you. You are blessed. You already are. You just don't know it. I'm disabled on a fixed income. Field Maniac says, this dog has character the size of Brando, just laying there with the sweep of his eyes. The rebel lady, I really don't think you're alone. You know you're not alone. There's so many people out there like you. I was going to say, I wish there's a place where we could all get together and talk and meet and what? Here we are. But I mean in your area. I wish there was a group of other disabled people who just want friends. Because you got to start somewhere, right? In a relationship, it usually helps to be friends first. I don't know. I never started as friends until recently. We'll see. I'll let you know how it goes. Rebel Lady says, I'm not getting another pet. Oh, you were telling me, yes, you just lost one in your arms. That makes sense. I hope you, well, I'm sorry. Frenchie says, Rebel Lady, we are all sending you love. Thank you. Thank you for saying what I meant to say, Frenchie. She says, yes, a meetup. And she said, thank you. Oh my gosh. Wait, my eyes are messing with me. Dragon trainer. We have another dragon. Is this the year of the dragon? What? Do you know Jack is called a red dragon by one of my friends? It's somebody I'm very impressed with. I look up to her very, very much. So when she called Jack a red dragon, I just was like, oh, she's right. How are you, dragon trainer? You just there to leave a like, sub, and comment for the algorithm. Hope you have a good stream. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Chef Mary says, I am really adoring this dog on the bed. He looks so sweet and cute. Thank you, Chef Mary. Chef Mary, do you have a new video you want I could go watch for you today? The Rebel Lady says, I had a friend. She said a bad thing about me at karaoke. That's a girlfriend. You said that she's a she. Girlfriends are tough. They can either be I found that girlfriends can be your best friend and your worst enemy at the same time, but it's not really about them. It's all about you and what are you perceiving and why are you perceiving this? I had to learn that. I have a really hard time with women relationships in my life. Field Maniac says it seems bleak some days, but the sun rises again and things are infinite. I agree. And Frenchie says, agree, Chef Mary. Chef Mary waves, hi, Frenchie. She says, yeah, I do. Yes, you can drop the link. Please drop the link. It makes it easier for me to bring it up. Forget everybody else. I'm kidding. Frenchie says, sub to you, Chef Mary. Thank you for that, Frenchie. The Rebel Lady says, all because of I sang a darn song. What song was it? What? Really? Did you sing I Got Friends in Low Places and She Got Offended? I bet you did, didn't you? That's really funny. You're like, I should have. Chef Mary says, Frenchie, thanks a lot. Really appreciated. Hi, Chris. Oh my gosh, so good to see you, Chris. Chris has got the best looking dog. Oh my goodness. Chris says, happy Saturday. Just dropping in to say hello to you both. Before I sleep for the night, I hope your weekend is going well. Just started, but yes, really good this morning. Thank you, Chris. Thanks for stopping by. We appreciate you. Grace Slick's White Rabbit. I'm not familiar with the song, so I don't know why she'd get upset. So far, 30% of the people who voted in the poll were within 6 to 8 pounds. Pretty easy on Mama. Chef Mary says, sister, from which place are you? If you're comfortable to answer, yes. I'm in the U.S. and I'm in Northeast Tennessee, close to Virginia and North Carolina. Oh my goodness. That felt pretty good though. I'm going to blow my nose though real quick, and I will spare you. Wow. That's all I can say is wow. Bless you. Thank you. The Rebel Lady says, I really loved karaoke, so I had a breakdown all after it was your dog that died. And the car died. I just gave up. Oh, man. You can't let somebody else's comment bother you. I'm so sorry all that happened to you. That's really rough. And maybe this is some time for you to heal from that and then come back and do what you love again. Don't let somebody stop you from doing what you love. The Rebel Lady says, I'm in Alabama. I should have known that with your name. Chef Mary says, oh, you have a flu. No, ma'am, I have allergies. I might have had the flu recently, but I'm feeling pretty good today, so I think I'm just allergies. The Rebel Lady says that Boy Redhead, is it Boy Redhead has his toys with him? He does. Kita B says, I'm in San Diego, California. It was 90 degrees today. Wow. That's warm. Are you near water? If I live somewhere real hot like that, I have to be really close to water. Rebel Lady says, yes, it was my dog. I'm so sorry. No matter what, it's just heartbreaking. And I'm so sorry. Paul says, the fox and the monkey. Where is the fox? I threw the fox earlier. He wasn't interested. Rebel Lady says, I'm writing down all my goals to come to pass. So far, I was on 20 meds, now only 4. And a lot of it was because you lost the weight, wasn't it? Amazing. That's great. I'm not diabetic anymore. Oh, yeah. So good. So good. Sounds like you're really taking some steps and showing yourself some love there, Rebel Lady. Kita B says, yes, all the beaches are close. Nice. I love the warm weather. I really do. But it would make me cranky if I didn't have water close to cool off. And as I look back on my life, there's only been, nope, I've always been within a mile of water somewhere, whether it be a lake, a beach, the river. Kita B says, it doesn't get humid here, always a nice breeze. Wow. I don't think I've ever experienced that. Hi, Bubba. Is that you at the beach? Do you want Foxy? What do you think? You don't care, do you? Kita B says, but this new summer has been in triple digits, and that's not fun. Oh, I bet. Paul says, always near water here. It rains way too much from spring to winter. Oh, I'm so sorry. I had no idea. Rosie's sending Jack some love. Jack sees himself. It's a video where he's at the beach. His first time at the beach. I think he loves the beach. Keenaby says, did you get Jack as a puppy? I did. And I'm hoping to get another one very soon. If everything works out. I've gotten the green light. Get another puppy and take a step towards what you want to do. Which is, I might do that this weekend. I'm a procrastinator. The Rebel Lady says, I'll be glad to feel summer again and get in nature again. Sit in my porch in the sun and take my gummies when I'm in pain from lupus and listen to Led Zeppelin. I love Robert Plant. I adore that man. Me too. Oh my gosh. The Rebel Lady says he is my crush. Aw. Kita B says, yeah, congratulations. Paul says, let us know the weight of the new puppy. Okay. I really need to get busy and get in touch with these 2 breeders. I will not be getting another dog from the Amish in Tennessee. Apparently, it's a thing to stay away from the Amish breeders. And I know that's probably just a stereotype, but I thought it was just me and a one-off, but no. There you go, Jack. Rebel Lady says, I want to go see him in Tennessee, but too far, no way. Too much for tickets. You're in Alabama? We have a really good flight system from Allegiant going here to Florida like twice a week, 2 or 3 times a week. I'm not sure. The Rebel Lady says, I'm sorry, the Amish do not take care of the animals. No, I realized that afterwards, that it's a source of income for them. You've watched Well, I did not watch the documentaries. I didn't know, but I learned. And she says, oh, Jackie looks adorable. Not that, I mean, I don't love Jack and he's special, but I hate that he went through so many years of being sick because he was born with a gluten allergy, which is one of those things you've got to watch the breeding. And so that was just a miserable existence for him. It was not a fun time. But he's a lot better now. Field Maniac says, I saw a coyote a couple weeks ago. Dashed by me on a city street, really. It's mating season. I found out they run different than dogs. Interesting. I see coyotes maybe once every couple years. I'll see one in the daylight. Must have got separated from home. And they'll be running across the pasture. And I'll be like, what is that? It's not quite dog. Because the ones around here have like a patchwork quilt kind of coat. It's really interesting. But I love when I see them. And it's really, I haven't heard them in a while, but I used to hear them every morning. Kita B says, why? What happened with the Amish breeders? I don't think they test for abnormalities, or they don't test their breeding dogs. I guess the Rebel Lady probably could tell us more. I was just getting a little hint that it's not the best. Paul says, I worked for the Amish one summer when I was younger. Did you? And I had such a high opinion of them that I never even considered. I figured, I'm dealing with the Amish here. He's a really honest person. And not that he's not an honest person, he just treats it differently than I would. What did you think working with them, Paul? The Pennsylvania Amish. You're close to Pennsylvania. I suppose there's some in Ohio too. Rebel Lady says, I love animals and I hate abusers. Chevy 5-Speed, hello. I know somebody who said they wrote a song with you and they say to say something and I say it every time you come in and you never respond. Hi, Chevy 5-Speed. Phew, I figured I'd get it out really quickly. Kita says, out here we see coyotes daily. They will snatch your dog out your hand or stalk them. I've heard that about them. I have certainly heard that about them and little dogs that they'll trick them. They'll make them think, hey, let's go play. It's terrible. It wasn't good, Paul says. Yeah, see how stereotypes can just make you perceive things that may not be the truth. That's it. May not be the truth. Field Maniac says, the coyote was so close to me, but he ran by so fast I was left in disbelief, right? You didn't have time to be like, oh crap, get out of the way. You're like, oh my God, what the heck is that? I love seeing wild animals kind of when you don't normally see them. I know we still have some foxes in the area, but I haven't seen them like I used to. But I haven't been working a lot either, so if I see them, it'd be early in the morning when I'm going out the driveway. The Rebel Lady says, thank you for the chat. I have sub and like. You all have a good night and good weekend. Thank you, Rebel Lady. I look forward to talking to you again. Thank you for coming in. And yeah, just sending you so much love, my friend. Yep, Paul says, bye, Rebel Lady. Kita B says, have a great night, Rebel Lady. Jack, my corn bag got cold. But I guess it's okay because my back doesn't hurt anymore. My jaw is like tired. I've done so much talking this morning. Oh, he did snuggle with his fox. He doesn't always do that, so when he does, it is super cute to me. Here, I'll get rid of that, Jack. I know it's bothering you. Let me help you out, buddy. Here we go. Okay. Better? It's all gone? Mm-hmm. Big sigh, Jack. Kita says, it's cute to me too, LOL. Field Maniac says, are you kidding me? That head on the pillow is some pretty precious stuff. Thank you. He does like pillows, though. He will find a pillow and use it. Paul, you did it. You kept mentioning the fox. I went and got it for him. You must have known something. Does he have a top hat and a big tie? Who, Jack? A top hat and a big tie? No. But I wonder if we could create that. What would he be doing? Hang on a minute. I'm choking on my coffee. Okay, much better. Yes, I agree. Field Maniac says if we can bond with another species, we can bond with all species. The problem is we have a hard time bonding with each other. You know, this is a pretty safe spot for us because there's still limits, you know? We're not in each other's presence, which can really trigger each other. But it's when you get out there in the real world and you're dealing physically with people's energies that it makes it hard, right? But I think that's what we're here to remember is that you are me and I am you. And I'm going to love on you because I'm really just loving on me. And it feels really good. And I love you guys. Thank you. Kita B says, I'm a big energy person and we've been off lately. People can be so mean. You know, it's because I've got my opinions. because they've got all this stuff inside. Fear, a lot of fear, which can come out a lot of different ways, a lot of anger. My fear turns into anger. So just can't stand to have it inside. So it's much easier to try to place it out on somebody else. Like you think you're doing something, but you're really not. But I have a real heart for people like that now because I was there. Sometimes I still go there, but I understand the need to feel better at all costs. And sometimes it feels better to blame somebody else for the way you feel, but it's not going to heal anything. Oh, Paul, thank you. Paul, you're just so special to me. Thank you for coming into my life. Kita B says, I'm a Pisces, so very sensitive. I'm an Aries, the ram. I just ram my way through things and then think about it later. Field Maniac says, I'm cool with walking down the street. It feels good to breathe the fresh air. Nice. Paul says, likewise. What's up, Jackie? He says, this is enough. I'm done. You're a very good boy. You're not even on the TV anymore. I'm surprised you got up. TV? What is it? We were talking about, I've never felt like I was a big energy person, but Walmart. I was talking to Yogi about this yesterday. Sometimes when I walk through the doors at Walmart, I hit a brick wall. Like, it's amazing. Hi, Bailey Smith. You think he looks sad and cute? Aw. Field Maniac says, once we get rid of blame, we get rid of ego, and then life begins. I think as long as we're still here in this 3D experience, we're always going to have the ego. That's what keeps us here. This is just my opinion again. And we don't get rid of or control the ego, it's undone. As we start to remember who we truly are, the ego is undone. It's no longer necessary. Field Maniac says, yep. I think we're a lot on the same page on a lot of things, Field Maniac. In just a little bit we've talked. Is it yours? Do you know what it is? I think it's just paper. It's not food. Rosie, thank you. Thank you for the floating heart. Rosie, you're the sweetest. Jack is really, I think he's to the point where he might be done with us. We might have to go back to the peeping Tom. Did y'all know I have a stalker and a peeping Tom? She looks kind of spooky from here. Aw, Field Maniac, thank you. Wow. Paul says, I've been the same my entire life. Paul, I just would like to sit down and hear your story one day. Kita B says, that scared you? Me too. Imagine me when I opened my blind and there she was. Jack needs a little time to groom anyways, he said. Right, buddy? I can only imagine what my neighbors think of me. They're probably not paying any attention to me, but if they were, they'd be scratching their heads for sure. Lady Sky, good morning. How are you, Mary? Hello, hello, my friend. This is not my favorite song. I really should go through these. There we go. We need something more mellow. At least I do. 17 days till St. Patrick's Day. Oh my goodness. Orange the Pokemon trainer. Hello, my friends. Good to see you. Hi, do you know who the Yankees are? Like the baseball team? Or the musical group, Damn Yankees? Or the people as a whole? I think there's a few Yankees here. So I know some Yankees. We are good, Lady Sky. Thank you. Jack, that's enough, buddy. Hey. Enough. You're so gross. You're so gross. What about you, Lady Sky? How are you, and what's your plans for today? You know, that's who I haven't seen in a few days is Daniel Kitts. I know he's fine. He's probably playing his video games with his friends and listening to his music. But you know how it is when you get used to seeing people and then you don't see them anymore? You miss them. You wonder about them. You care and you want to know how they're doing. Ooh, Lady Sky says it's going to be 75 degrees here in Nashville, Tennessee, USA, Cat&Jack. I am getting to that next week, like Friday or Saturday. Sunny and hot, mid 70s. I am so excited, Lady Sky. But it's been 60s here and nice. You're doing all right? Good. How's your mama? Paul does not know what these temperatures are all about. Have you ever considered moving, Paul? I bet your answer is no. Lady Sky says today highs. You know, in a few months we're going to be complaining because it's so hot. Not me. I'm going to try to take more time to be out on my kayak this year. I'll be back on my medicine. I'll be feeling a lot better. I'm going to have a puppy that I want to train to ride in the kayak with me. I'm going to be busy. Paul says no. Lady Sky says, you said you prefer the cold, Paul? You think you prefer the cold? Lady Sky says she is doing okay, still in pain though, really. Is she really sensitive to pain? I try to think, she just had some teeth pulled, or did she have more done? I think I have a really, really high tolerance to pain. Rosie says to Lady Sky, yeah, I hope your mama gets better. We'll be praying for her. How are you? You okay? Are you done? Are you done, you nasty boy? That's enough. That's enough. You're fine. You're fine. I promise. You're so rude and ridiculous. You did it. It'd be funny if Jack noticed Deb out there. She had a tooth pulled, had to do oral surgery. Yeah, see? Paul says, I can take the cold much better than the heat and humidity. Well, I guess that's important. Everybody's different. I have a daughter that lives in Florida, but she prefers the cold. And if you hung out a bit, you know I named her Winter. I think I did it to her. Or maybe she told me who she was before she was born. Lady Sky says, yeah, I read, okay. And thank you for the prayers, of course. Field Maniac says 50 degrees today in Wisconsin. Oh, we have another Wisconsinan. Wow, I knew there was a reason I liked you. 22 degrees high tomorrow. Man, the seasons change again. Wow. Crazy. Hi, Zed. I was wondering about you, my friend. Good to see you. How are you and where have you landed? Lady Sky says current temperature is 45.7 degrees Celsius in Nashville, Tennessee right now. Oh, I bet Zed's in a cold place. It looks cold. Cold and windy. Orange the Pokemon trainer says, I'm in New York. I love the cold. I hate the warm weather when it's over the extent of time. I'm a New Yorker, Cat&Jack. Nice. I was born in New York. Lady Sky says, last day of February is today. It is. You're in Nevada. Ooh, nice. Is that where you're staying, or do you kind of keep going, Zed? How are things going? Jack wants to go outside. Kita B says, let me brag again. LOL. 90 degrees in San Diego, but chilly next week. Oh. Jack. Sid says, actually quite nice here. That was part of my drive. Figuring it out. Okay. Oh, look, good morning, Zed. I barely said your name before. Jack knocked the camera down. We're just talking about you, Zed. Wow, my nose is working really good too. I can smell the laundry detergent I used. I haven't been able to smell that in forever. All right, let's go check Jackie Poo. This will be trip number 4 outside. This guy says warm weather is for ice cream. Jack, you have to wait, sir. Relax. You relax, sir. You can't boss me around like that, you know. You have to wait. All right. Let's go check the great outdoors. There was a bunny out there last time. I had to tell the bunny to run. Sir, back up. Okay. I guess it's around 45 here too. Lady Sky. What do you think, buddy? He doesn't have to go potty. Oh my goodness. He did want to go. You use Tide detergent. I use Purex because it's cheap and it works pretty good. But I noticed last night I could smell it, and just now when I went in the hall, I could smell it, and it's downstairs. Field Maniacs says Jack make boom boom. It's actually part 4. Orange the Pokemon Trainer 45 isn't, or is. 45 in t-shirt weather for a New Yorker. Oh, it is. You know what? I can appreciate 45 when it's been really cold here. I guess it's all on what you're used to. And so I can understand it being kind of warm for you there. Orange the Pokemon Trainer says Cat&Jack. Jack is a legend. He is. You think? Not yet. Give him time. Lady Sky says, do you use Tide detergent for your laundry detergent or something else? Did you Purex? Purex because it's cheaper. Kita says 45. I'm freezing. I'm frozen because you're used to 90 degrees in winter. What are you talking about? You're spoiled. I remember 45 in Florida was freezing. It's all relative, I guess, right? Jack, I don't want to sit out here, dude. He thinks we're just going to sit out here and guard the yard. No, we're not. Nope. Crazy dog. I'm going to go make him come in. Jack. Come on, let's go. Let's go. You want to get your snacks? All right. Jackie Poo, cut your snacks. Lady Sky says, oh, cool. Eduardo, good morning. You know, my daughter's first boyfriend's name was Eduardo. Funny. What did you say? What time it was? I don't know. What time is it? 5 something? No, 4 something? What time is it, Lady Sky? You're an hour ahead of me. So whatever time is Lady Sky, I'm an hour later. I think it's 4 something. I went live at 3. Been on for 1 hour. It's 4:34-ish. 4:30, Paul says. Thank you. That's right. I forgot. Paul's in my time zone. What time is it for you, Eduardo? Are you my daughter's first boyfriend? Eduardo says, you live in the country. It's 3:30 a.m. here. I live, yeah, I guess kind of country. I guess it would be country to somebody from New York. 3:30 a.m. Central Time for Lady Sky. Girl, what are you doing? You get up really early, Lady Sky. Do you take a nap during the day? Eduardo says, LOL, I might be. Well, were you ever in Florida? We're going to have to narrow this down. Oh, hello, Jack. Funny, both me and my daughter both had boyfriends. Our first boyfriends had interesting names. My first boyfriend was Hector Martinez. Come on. He was very sweet. It was very innocent. Or so I thought. You're such a good boy. Let's go in the room and I'll give you a snack. Come on. You earned it. Let's go. Please. Dude, don't jump on me. You're so rude. What's wrong with you? Okay. There we go. Good boy. There you go. Good boy. How are you doing, Zed? Did you decide that you said you're still driving through in Nevada? That was kind of loud. Sorry about that. Lady Sky says, no, I don't do naps, Cat&Jack. Wow, you stay up a long time. I am either in bed super early or I will take a nap. If I'm working, I go to bed really early. Rosie says, be right back. And Zed says, LOL. Told the story about how Mousy and Bob on someone else's channel earlier. Oh, I missed it. Keita says, haha. Nope, you said he's so spoiled. Love it. He rules the house. He does. But like I said, he's, right now, he's all I got. So, of course, he's a little spoiled. Zed says, maybe I will go live later. I will look for you. Eduardo says, LOL, no, never. Sorry. Cute dog. Does he like sitting outside? Yes. That's our favorite thing to do. Sit out back in the sun, huh, Jack? And I took Jack to the beach last year for the first time, and he loved the beach. Oh my gosh. He just wanted to run and run and run. I have not taken him to it must be half an hour till Yogi. Am I talking about you and how we went to the beach? And you had so much fun. I would love to take him to an off-leash dog park on the beach. He would really love that. But I saw, I don't know if you guys know Optimob family. That's Timo and Sabine and Bax. But, oh my gosh, if you don't know them, you need to find them and watch them because Switzerland is, oh my gosh, amazing. It looks like something out of a fairy tale or a dream. I must have had another life. I must have another lifetime in Switzerland. It just calls to me watching his live streams. Oh, love it there. But he's got a different kind of leash for Bax. It's a really long one, so Bax can run ahead. Eduardo says he knows when you're talking about. Of course he does. Freedom, hello, how are you? Freedom Eagle, nice to see you. I've seen you here before, right? Joshua says, I watched YouTube vid of my town and on camera it looks amazing. I may need glasses. I may just need glasses. Oh my goodness. All right, Cat. There we go. I know I'm missing some stuff. Give me a second to catch up. Oh, Zed said, a lifelong son of my best friend is putting me up for a few days. Nice. Eduardo says you're up early. Yes. Joshua says, nice to see you all again. I'm always happy to see you, Joshua. Field Maniac says, Jack looks like he's super into fashion just by judging his coat. That's funny. It's silly. I am, at this point in my life, I had to get Jack to really be able to appreciate my own hair. It's not the same as Jack's, but the color is just similar enough that I can really kind of appreciate my own hair, which I never did before. I know it's a little vain, but I think it's okay to be a little vain about stuff when you've dealt with, everybody is self-conscious about stuff, right? Some people are just better at hiding it, I think. What the heck was that, Jack? Something moved on my dresser. No. I don't know what it was. The lampshade was already like that. Don't know. That was spooky. We've been having a lot of interesting noises. It's not really scary. It's just been like interesting. Lee Sung Soon, oh my gosh, hello. 43 likes. Thank you, Lee Sung Soon. I haven't seen you in a long time. I wonder, are you the same Lee Sung Soon TV? Is that what it used to be? Freedom Eagle says, hello, Cat&Jack. Hello. Joshua says, so odd how we get a new perspective seeing familiar place on TV. Yes, that's true. We've been talking about perspectives and it all being based on your perspective is based on your previous experiences. Key to Be says, not vain to love yourself. I know you don't you know that one person who just loves themselves a little bit too much and you never really want to be that person, so you try not to, and then you kind of, yeah, but you're right, it's, you got to be okay with knowing. And especially I realize I'm so much more than physical. This body isn't even real. It's what's inside. It's something so much more. That's why I say we don't know who we really are. If we did, we would think so highly of ourselves in such a different way. Have I lived in Florida your whole life? Eduardo, I started off in New York, then to Connecticut, then to Florida, and now I'm in Tennessee. It is what is called a halfback. I made it halfway back. Joshua says redheads always don't appreciate their hair, but it's beautiful. My first girlfriend in life was a redhead, so I'm partial, LOL. Vecta! Oh my gosh, Vecta, how are things? I haven't seen anything pop up on my feed lately, so I'm hoping things have calmed down. I'm so glad to see you, sweetheart. Joshua says, yeah, and Jack was staring at a ghost. Yeah, something is up. Could be just mice. Could be something as simple as mice. Orange the Pokemon trainer says, Cat, I'm going to a Yankees game. Oh my gosh, that is super exciting. Good for you. I love baseball in person. So good. On TV, not the same. Oh my gosh, good for you. My girls played softball, so I do love ball games. Joshua says, yes. Some are vain and those egotistical, and it's yuck. It is. It's cringe. Field Maniac says, it's funny to me how sentimental watching Sleeping Dog makes me. Also, you have a soothing voice. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Paul says, I look so much better on the inside. Yeah, it's almost a relief, getting to be older, Paul. It's almost a relief to, maybe it's like the alternative is much better to know that you're so much more than this outer shell. This, is going to die. And I know we have different beliefs, Paul, but I believe that we live on. Our spirit lives on. And we just go do new things. Or do we go do, I don't, never mind. That was really funny, Paul. Joshua says, I agree. It's comforting on this channel. And yes, getting older, I've learned a lot. As kids, we want to be older. And some older want to be a kid. But 40 years, I've matured. I thought I was grown at 20. Oh my gosh. I feel like I haven't started growing up till recently. But then, at the same time, I embrace more of my childlike things in me, or things that entertain me that are more childlike. I embrace that more because it doesn't happen as often. Or maybe I don't see it as often because I'm so busy thinking about things like the mortgage and insurance and my car tire being out of air again. I think that blocks you from seeing some wonderful things. Rosie says, back. I'm glad you're back. Why are you? Don't be sorry. No, 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 you're not sorry. I'm glad you're back. I'm glad you came in the room like that, Rosie. Paul says, I'm working on a weird little creation while listening to your stream. Oh my gosh, I really want to see that. Oh my gosh. Your art is so familiar to me. I think I told you, my mom had a book. It was a black and white book, and the artist did a lot of trees with eyes. And while it's not what you do, it's very similar. The style is very similar. It feels very similar, Paul. I remember I used to sit in my mom's bathroom. She always had books in the bathroom. And when she couldn't read, I got my love of reading from her. When she was reading a really good book and she wanted to take a bath, she'd have me come in and read to her. And they were, like things that were a little bit too old for me. But I do think that's where I got my love of reading from, is that special time I spent with my mom. Joshua says, adulting sucks. Kita B says, I'm a Toys R Us kid. I don't want to grow up, but I'm forced to. Yeah. I think Joshua said, seems we don't learn ourselves truly till we're older. Yeah, it's kind of like you just surrender. I know I've calmed down a whole bunch. I've softened. And I don't think it's just age, because I saw my mom get harder. Jack, he's so gross. I saw my mom get a lot harder. So I think a lot of my growth has been from A Course in Miracles. And it's just teaching me who I really am, and about a God who is all about love and not sin and damnation. And like the God that I am learning about, or source, or your creator, whatever your wording is that I am learning about now, would never want anything but he would never even let me leave him. I'm still with him. I'm just dreaming. And he would be incomplete without me. Nowhere in the Bible did I ever learn that God would be incomplete without me. That is so beautiful and so touching. It still makes me want to cry. An hour and 50 minutes. Joshua says, as a kid, I liked the art in the book Where the Wild Things Are. Max was my hero. I think that was one of my brother's books. I do remember seeing it. Lady Sky says, okay, I need more sleep now. Good to talk to you, Cat&Jack. What, girl? You made it this far? It's only 8 more minutes till yogi and you're going back to sleep? I love you, Lady Sky. Sweet dreams. Rosie says, love your art, Paul. Me too. I just feel so honored to know so many artists. Keita B says, Joshua, I agree. Adulting sucks. Lady Sky says, you know, Lady Sky, when she makes a decision, she sticks with it. Joshua says, I agree. Love. And most don't agree, but love, compassion, suffering, and loss led me to that. Yeah, unfortunately, sometimes we're hard headed. We have to go through some hard things to learn some lessons. Paul says, there is not another you. We are all unique. Paul says, thank you, Rosie. Keita B says, Paul, like our fingerprints. Hey, Jack, that's enough, buddy. Okay, I had to use my mom voice. Here we go. We'll go back to Jack now that he's not so engaged. We can move closer to him. Let me fix this. I think my coffee's over here anyways. That would be nice. What do you think, Jack? See, coffee would be nice. Thank you. I'll take a cup too. There we go, buddy. Dude, he just does not like the camera. Joshua says, Paul, well said. We are all unique and have a unique path to walk, many ways to get to the places we need. And Keita B, yes, like our prince. Keita B says, I learned to listen to my intuition more. Nice. Matt is alive. It's so good to see you. How are you? Hi, Jackie. Jackie got all excited for a moment. I don't know. He probably had gas. I bet you that's what happened. I bet you he whoopsed and scared himself and woke himself up. Matt is alive, says Jack is sing right now. Oh, the way he was sitting, yes. Joshua says, I'm craving a coffee too. I need a new coffee pot. Mine broke. I quit making coffee out of a coffee maker. I started drinking instant because there's some really good instant out there. Unfortunately, my favorite is really bad for you, apparently. Gosh, all these plastics and stuff in food. I don't even like thinking about it. Keita B says, oh, Jack, we didn't hear it. Nope, but he did. Field Maniac says, French press is the best. I have a French press. What happened? I think when I started working for Pepsi, and I was always, I never had one place to be all day. I had to travel. It was just easier to drink. He's getting water. It was just easier to drink instant coffee. I could bring it with me. Joshua says, I've been drinking the ice jugs at the store. We can heat them up too. Convenient. Pre-made. Oh, nice. Hang on. We'll talk him into coming back in. I'm bribing him. What are you doing? Where are you going? Orange the Pokemon trainer says, Cat, I'm getting ready for the Yankees game. It starts early at 10 a.m. versus the Blue Jays. Oh, are you going to take some video? You should take some video and lots of pictures or lots of video and post it. That would be exciting. You're so hyped. I'm so happy for you. Yay. That's exciting. No. You stay. Sir, don't you go out of this room again. Don't you even think about it. I will get you a snack. You only have to hang out for a few more minutes, okay? You're not going to eat because I gave you too many snacks. Here you go. It's up here. It's up here on the bed. Right there. Give me my remote. There you go. It's up on the bed, buddy. Yes, it is. I'm very hyped for you, Orange the Pokemon trainer. That is super exciting. That's a big deal. All right, sit down on the bed now. Sit down like a good boy. Sit down. He's like, what? I think I have to agree. Jack is a little spoiled. Joshua says Jack is funny. My dog loves the soup bones. Or those pepperoni sticks. Oh, I'm really... Just because his tummy's always been... Jack! Hey, no. That's enough. That's enough, sir. No. No. Just lay down. You got this. Oh my goodness. I'm going to do a video of just Jack spinning. Round and round. You know that song? Rat? What goes around? Yep. That's what we're going to do today. Orange the Pokemon trainer says, Cat, I can't live without dogs. I feel like I'm the same. Eduardo says, oh no, he's up again. LOL, no more nap. Kita B says, Folgers is actually a good instant coffee. Oh, you know what? That's my least favorite. Matt is alive. I just like really strong coffee. You're right, Matt is alive. It was here is my butt. You know what to do. Scratch it. Okay, the single serve keto. I haven't tried Folgers in a very long time. But I do believe I used to do Folgers French roast back in the day. Hi, Daniel. Happy Saturday to you, too. Rosie says, game over. And love you, Jack. Obito? Obi? 10 pounds. What's 10 pounds? Oh, that's how much you weighed? More than me. Woohoo. Wow. I was 9 pounds, 9 ounces. You beat me. Thank you. Thank you for making me not feel like the biggest baby. You're a bigger baby than me. I love how I just turned this all around. And thanks for hanging out, Obito. Mr. Gonzalez. I'm assuming again. Joshua says, Rat, that's a good song. Did they have any other songs? Eduardo says he's sleepy. And do I always wake up early? Yes. For about a year now. Well, longer than that, but I think I've been live streaming for a year. Early in the morning. No. Yes. First I was doing nights. I'm very confused. Joshua says, yeah, dark roast. I forgot the name. New England something. I'm in Vermont. Was it New England Coffee Company? Is that a thing? No, I don't know what I'm thinking about. I like that there's smaller coffee companies now, more mom and pop shops. Like there's the guy who does the dogs he tries to get the dogs homes that are they're just in the animal shelters, and he goes and visits, and he has a farm, and they grow coffee, and he sells the coffee. I think that's awesome. Orange says, Cat, your backyard is big. Was that your yard with last stream I was here. Yes, it was probably my front yard though. Matt is alive says, I was born at home and I don't think that there isn't any record of my weight. Really? Huh, so your mama never told you? Joshua says, I like my mom kind of guilted me. Like I was a big baby. My mom, she wasn't Jewish, but she married a Jewish man. So uh, she took on a lot of that guilt and passing that guilt on to her kid. All the pain I caused my mother because I was such a large baby and I've never stopped causing her pain. Oh my goodness, moms, man. Gotta love them, right? Joshua says rat. They had others, but none popular, right? So basically one hit wonders. They were cool though. Paul says, you all are making me crave coffee. Do you not have, you're not allowed to drink coffee? Are you doing decaf? Joshua says small businesses have better quality. We've got Harpoon beer. I'm not a fan, but I saw it become popular. I live by the brewery. You know, that's been a thing here in Tennessee is, and especially in Bristol, Virginia / Bristol, Tennessee, there's been a lot of breweries and small moonshine. They've been making like moonshine brands and stuff since some laws changed here. It's been a real thing. Paul says, I don't like decaf. I don't either. Orange the Pokemon trainer says, Cat, you're right. I'm going to film the Yankees game and see if I can get pics with Aaron Judge. That is so exciting. You've got to let us know how that goes. Orange the Pokemon trainer says, gonna go to a diner and get a coffee. I need it. I love coffee. Me too. That's gonna be the hardest thing for me to quit. Joshua says, ooh, I do like a hard alcohol. Beer ain't for me, lol. Me either. It gives me, a lot of things give me this crazy heartburn that makes me immediately stop. Stop everything. Just hold the fort, go lay down on a bed, and pray for death. It's the worst thing ever. And I found barefoot wine, and it has to be the white, and tequila. Two things that don't do it to me. I love tequila. Obito says, your dog is cute, and I like how your dog is putting his eyebrows up every time you talk. Especially if I said something like, you want to go outside? Oh, it was a little delayed. But he doesn't believe me. Orange the Pokemon trainer says, I feel like beer is for men, not for women. Women like mixed drinks and wine. That is a real stereotype, right? And then men get made fun of if they like a mixed drink. Beer tastes like tinkle tinkle. You know, Kita, I agree. But then I'm like, how would I know that I don't taste that? But it's what you would think it tastes like. I agree. I don't understand it. Joshua says, Kita B, yup. Hi, Anna. Good morning. Anna says, good morning, Cat. Good morning, Jack. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, sunshine, Anna. Orange the Pokemon trainer says, ask him to go for a walk. He doesn't really know what going for a walk is. He knows what going for a ride. He's so delayed. He's tired. You can tell how tired he is by how delayed he is. But we don't go on walks because he's got a fenced-in yard. So we rarely go on walks, but I hope to change that, especially since I'm not working. I need to start building up my strength for when I do go back to work. Right now, I could not. Physically, I'm not strong enough to do my job just because I've been out for so long. Joshua says, Anna, hello. I'm really good, Anna. Very talkative. My mouth is kind of tired. I've been talking so much. Kita says, but y'all keep coming back. I'll just keep talking. Kita B says, Joshua, it's the smell. Okay. Maybe that's it. Anna says, hello, Joshua. Keita says, I like mixed drinks too. I just like a shot of plain tequila. Oh, I like a lemon and some salt, maybe 2 shots, and I'm perfect. I really hate overdoing it. I like being just in the, I'm Goldilocks, man, in everything. I like to be just right. Joshua says, I make mixed drinks in me mouth. LOL. A shot, then a drink of soda. LOL. But don't drink. Moderate, be responsible. I agree. I know for some people that's just not an option. Me having been in relationships with alcoholics all my life. Keita says, everyone try a Scooby snack. It's so good. Oh my gosh. Keita P, did you see we had a short where we talked about that one morning about people trying dog snacks. Joshua says, I enjoy the conversation. You guys are great. I agree. You guys are great. Anna says, hello, Keita B. Terry, yes, Jack is an Irish setter. And Keita B says, Anna, hello. Oh, I bet you it's after 5. It's 5:04, but I have not heard the ding to say Yogi's gone live yet. So, Keita says, no, Scooby Snack is a drink, LOL. Obviously, I don't know this. I feel silly now. Anna says, hello, Terry. How are you, Terry? Help or review? No. Joshua. Show anything Joshua says. I trust it. Joshua says, oh, when I drink, I get drunk, but I have to make sure I don't act like it's cool or good to drink. And I always say, stupid Josh. So I'm going to try not to. Our friend Sarah Lee 80 is live. She goes live all the time. She's funny. Little Debbie, she doesn't like Sarah Lee, but I love Sarah Lee. I actually think Sarah Lee's just a little bit better than Little Debbie. Don't tell anybody I said that. Keita B says it's matri, pineapple juice, Malibu rub, and whipped cream. Yum. Scooby snack. It's green. It sounds like a good St. Patrick's Day drink. Maybe I'll get brave and go in a bar and order one on St. Patrick's Day. That would be crazy. That would be something I never do. Keita B says, there you go. I think I go back to work around the 15th. I'll have to look at the days. If it's a day I have off the next morning, I could do that. But, drinking just makes you tired in the end, and I'm already tired. And it also, if you're not in the right place to drink, it's a depressant. So if you're already depressed, you shouldn't be drinking. Joshua says, makes sense. It's green. In my day, Scooby snacks were different, LOL. Orange the Pokemon trainer says, Cat, beer is expensive at the Yankees game. I'm going to take 4 shots before I go in. Oh, that's a lot. Are you sure you should? Are you a big person? Can you handle it? I just don't want you to mess up your game. It's also a morning game, so I don't know about drinking. Yeah, Keita says, take it slow. It's sweet, so it sneaks up on you. Sounds like the kind of drink that would give me heartburn, for sure. Paul says, whenever I come out from being anesthetized, I want to hug you. Aw, that's so sweet. It sounds like you've had a lot of times being under anesthesia, though, Paul. Orange the Pokemon trainer says, maybe like 1 or 2. I could see doing 1 just because for me, there's a lot of anxiety going into a large group of people. But once I'm in there, I can calm down. I can kind of adjust to everybody's energy, but it's always the getting in there that's the toughest for me. But I'd hope that I wouldn't have to have something to face my fears or things that make me uncomfortable. Joshua says, yeah, I only drink at home, mostly for boredom. It's not a good habit. Mm-hmm. Keita says, no, don't sneak your drink. No, don't sneak your drink in. You get thrown out for that stuff. It's not worth it. He's so excited about this game. It's not worth wrecking it. Joshua says 4 shots for me isn't a big deal, but I'd get bored when it wears off. Ooh, Paul says true. Orange the Pokemon trainer says, Cat, does your family know who the Yankees are? I'm sure oh yeah, definitely. I have all brothers who play baseball. All right, guys, Yogi is now live. So goodbye, Anna, because he waits on you. And who else? Rosie. Breathwork time. Y'all tell, we gotta go. We gotta go tell Yogi that Rosie needs breath work. So we're going over to, you could put in just a Yogi doing burpees in his basement, just a Yogi of forgiveness, or just a Yogi. He's the bald guy with glasses. Paul says, love to everyone. Josh says, I've had many surgeries. I cry a lot. Aw. Oh, everybody reacts so wildly different. Joshua says, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all of you. Thank you. Yes, really. You are the thing I wake up for in the morning, and I love you all. And I love doing this with you guys. He doesn't have a lot of tattoos, Joshua. But on my channel, under suggested channels, under these are my friends, that's my Yogi. That's our Yogi. So if you want to see us over there, that's where we'll be. I love you. I love you. I love you. I hope you guys have a great day, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. And I hope to see you all again. Goodbye, my friends.